Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I got some new videos lined up for y'all this week on YouTube. They should be on the lookout for that. Got the Sunday chart announced a little bit later, but make sure to watch that after the live is over. But right now, we're just going to be paying attention to GJ and gold. We're going to be looking at possible gold sells and then possible GJ buys. Continuing the buys we caught last week and the week beforehand. You can see all this level where we're rejecting it right now. Make sure y'all like the lives. Y'all hop up in here, y'all. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,800 subscribers. You can get to that easily. You can see gold is chilling here for the past couple hours. It's rejected right now. You ended up rejecting this level as well. Was looking for re-entry in this, but as you can see, did a big rejection. And then we see GJ trying to make up his mind here. Did a small move last night, but we're going to see if we can maintain the whole 199.70 as support. If so, we're going to look for buys going back up to the highs here at 220. Same buy set that we took on Thursday last week. Let me see US. Put the indices off the charts because they're kind of retracing, but let me see what they're up to. Yeah, I got my alerts. Let me bring this one in. Yeah, so we got a new 5 minute about to pop up. We're about to see if we can maintain this low as support. You already know the drill. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. There is no news today. So again, we're just simply waiting for volume to kick in, the markets to open up. But we're going to still see if we can find a setup going into London session. But now that NAS100 did retracements, now I got to pick between US30 and NAS100. And I'm not going to lie, NAS100 was kind of doing similar moves, but they're still kind of like a lot of smooth moves NAS100 was doing. So I might switch back to NAS100 this week. I'm going to look at both and just compare the two, but I might be prioritizing NAS100 this week. But we will see how that goes. Go ahead and put an alert down. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this trade yet. As you just reject that level. So we're either going to look for buys of the whole 199.70 as support, or we're going to look for buys if we can maintain 199.15 as support. I would like to see us hold this level as support because we already reached that level twice last week. And we was in chop save for an entire month last month. So I want to see, just smooth moves for a couple of weeks. But just because I want to see that happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. So we just still got to wait and see. But again, as long as we can hold above this level of traffic here, we're still extremely bullish. So we're looking for buys here, or we're looking for buys right here. Yeah, and I'm going to put this back in gold. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up, and again, it's very simple. GJ didn't hold this level, so we didn't enter the trade. All right, same thing with gold. We was looking at gold sales. One session started, price rejected that level. So, we're not going to enter a trade until our confirmations are met. It's very, very, very simple. Figure out what the game plan is, and then we just wait for price to do what it's going to do, and then see if it's going to meet our confirmations or not. Like I said, we're looking for buys either way. Unless we break multiple levels, we're still looking for buys on GJ. Did a nice retest last night, but as you can see here, failed to hold this level of support. So we're either going to look to see if price is going to push back up, or we're going to look for buys here at 199.15. Gold, if we can break below 33.48, hold that as resistance, we can look for sells going back down to 33.36. So we got a few sells we're looking at. I mean, it's just Monday. Some Mondays and Tuesdays during London session, we see some nice setups. Most Mondays and Tuesdays are kind of slow until New York session. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. We got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm so confused. I'm new. But how do you predict whether or not it's going to drop or rise, going to enter or exit? So if you knew, you're definitely in the right spot, because right now, this is as real as day trading gets, right? Because again, if you just binge watch the live streams, you'll see every day is different, but the game plan is still the same as far as what we do, right? So definitely after this live is over, I'll check out the day trading break, not the, what's it called, trade breakdown playlist. I have over 100 videos going over back to back to back various buys and sell setups. Let me grab my phone really quick. I dropped one in the chat. I'm gonna drop another one in the chat. So in those videos, I break down from start to finish the whole thing, like me looking at the trend, identifying the trend, the reason before we even look for buys or sells. I break down step by step the whole process and all of that. But to answer your comment, give me a second. Drop another video in the chat. All right, so answer your comment though. You said, how do you predict whether or not it's going to drop or rise? So again, you do your analysis, you figure out what trend and overall direction price is going. And then once you understand what trend and overall direction price is going, then you determine where you want to enter and exit at, right? You should know what your SL and TP is before you even decide to take a trade. So that after you know what your game plan is, all you have to do is what we're doing right now. Right now, all we're doing is waiting to see if price is going to meet my confirmations, and my confirmations, if they're met, is going to let me know whether I should take the trade or not, right? So, for example, we was looking at gold sales here. Gold failed to hold as low as resistance, right? So, because price failed to hold as low as resistance, we didn't take the sell. So, what a new trader or a trader at FOMOs or whatever the case would have done is they would have saw price break this level and got excited and jumped to the trade. But what I teach the members and students is not to chase price, but follow the flow of price. So yes, I might be looking for sells, but I'm not going to go for a sell until price shows me as many signs as possible that it is most likely going to make them move to the downside. Again, most likely, right? Because nothing's 100%. Right? Same thing with GJ. I was looking for this buy setup, but because price failed to hold this low as support, I didn't go for the buy yet, right? So again, if I wasn't such a rush and impatient, this was literally the opening candle of London session, 3 a.m., right? So if I was impatient, I would have just jumped to this trade and I would have took a loss for no reason, when all I had to do was wait an extra 5-10 minutes to see if price was going to even hold this low as support. You see what I'm saying? So I do all this. I'm saying all this to say, again, you don't need to be in a rush, right? If y'all was in last week's lives, there was a setup here, right? We was looking at this GJ setup. Same situation. Price. We saw price held this low as support. So when it was and again, watch last week's Monday live session, you'll see what we was talking about. We broke down into this GJ setup. We was looking for buys. Same thing. I said we want to see hold this low as support. Imagine if I didn't wait to see if price was going to hold this low as support, we would have taken a necessary loss. But then later on, literally an hour later, price broke above and held that low as support, which is when we took the trade, right? So that's just how it works. So if you're new, just stick around, ask more questions, but definitely after the live's over, explore the playlist. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. You're doing a free signal for your Telegram as well. But let's see what else we got going on over here. But that's where it all is, right? So again, it's just understand how the charts work and then patiently waiting for your confirmations. And then once your confirmations are met, again, you just don't want to over leverage. and you want to make sure that your winners are bigger than your losses, and not let your winners turn to losers. Right? It's very simple once you understand how everything works. But again, sometimes, if you watch the live stream, sometimes as soon as we start the live, we enter setups, right? Like if y'all was in what was it, Wednesday's live last week? If y'all was in Wednesday's live last week, literally as soon as we started the live, as soon as the London session started, was it Wednesday? Let's find out. Yeah. So if y'all was in Wednesday's live stream, again, just watch the live recording. I can't make none of this stuff up. We literally enter this trade on the London session candlestick, right? But if we look at Monday's live last week, or even Tuesday's live last week, we did not enter as soon as the market opened, right? So we still showed up at 3 a.m., but it wasn't until Wednesday that we took a trade as soon as markets open, right? So again, every day is a little bit different, which is why it's important to understand how the charts work. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I always talk about in the Sunday chart analysis, by the way, y'all, after the live is over, make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis. Like I always tell y'all, it goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but it goes over what I see price doing throughout the entire week. If y'all watch last week's Sunday chart analysis, you'll see that all the setups we took last week, we talked about at the beginning of the week, and all the charts besides gold, because gold didn't do a damn thing last week when that's projected. Again, if y'all don't believe me, all you got to do is hit that first link in the description, scroll to August 10th, watch that video. It's literally just 4 minutes long, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so we got a new 5-minute about to pop up. Let's see what else we got going up here. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at your charts. Drop in the chat. Also, is Pips Flow reliable? I had some recommend. I don't even know what that is. So I can't really tell if it's reliable or not because I don't use it. That's the first time I heard of it, so I can't really speak on it. What is that, a broker? Let me look it up. Is it a regulated? Where are you at? Are you in America? Or are you in another continent? I don't know. I see it's a broker. All right, so I'm in America, so I use regulated brokers. So Forex, FX, futures, Tradervate, and I also am funded with live prop firms, funded accounts as well. Okay, so I'm kind of liking NAS100 this week over US30. I'm still gonna look at both, but I am more NAS100 because even though I wasn't trading NAS100 last month or the last couple of months, I was still looking at it. It was still doing nice moves. It was just simply because we kept making all-time highs that I was trading US30 over NAS100. But since we got some retracements now, we're going to be looking for some more buy setups on NAS100. So with NAS100, if we can break up on the whole 2370 support, we're going to be looking for buys going to 23,870. All right, so what else we said we're looking at? We're also going to be looking at GU buys. We took this GU buy setup last week. We hit TP2, and then price rejected on us. We're going to be looking for continued buys. We caught that initial beginning of the higher high last week. Again, if y'all was in Tuesday's live stream, you could have caught this setup. We get into this during the Tuesday live because we're into this after the news and going into the New York session. We'll be putting down this entire setup on Tuesday's live stream. Again, if you don't believe me, all you got to do is go to the live stream of Tuesday. You see the date, August 12th, and then you can see us literally break down that setup, say exact price points, and then you look at GU and how the price played out on Tuesday. You'll see it hit those exact price points. Let's see what we got going on up in here. What about US30? We can talk about US30. Make sure to leave a like, y'all. Subscribe. We do not just live stream every day. We post weekly videos. We post weekly trade breakdowns, weekly stock and crypto analysis and plays, as well as weekly day trading tips, as well as make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok because we go live at least 3 times a week during the New York session on TikTok. And the TikTok lives are not like the London session live. So if y'all want some serious free game, especially Nye, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Right. So if you serious about learning, I highly recommend you be tuning into the TikTok lives because we be breaking things down in the TikTok lives. Um, but yeah, but with US30, we're looking for buys as well. Right. So it's doing a little bit of retracement. So as long as we can respect and hold 44,650 as support, I'm still gonna look for buys. So at this point, we're looking for price to do one of two things: either break back above and hold 44,960 as support, look for buys going back up to the highs, or we can see prices retrace back down to 44,815. Or like I said, as long as we hold 44,660 as support, we're still looking for buys. But again, it just made all-time highs. Wicked on Friday. Also broke through that consolidation we was talking about at the beginning of the month, the beginning of July. So we're going to need to hold some levels at support. So that's what's going on right there. It's kind of similar to GJ, right? How we look to the left, price was struggling to hold these levels of support, we rejected, consolidated for a whole month, reversed, just went back above it this month. So now we're looking to see if we can maintain this level and make a new higher high. It's kind of the same situation US30 is in. What's going on, Phil? I see you up in here. How you doing, my boy? America. Yeah, so I never used it, so I can't really speak on it. But just make sure it's regulated and safe. But if you say someone recommended it to you, hopefully they use it as well. But yeah. But if you're brand new, another thing I would say, do not hop around. Do not hop around videos to videos, quote unquote mentors to mentors, creators to creators, because you're going to confuse yourself because I do not trade like the majority of the traders, right? So if you actually want to learn how to trade, I would recommend sticking over here, but you do what you want. But all I'm gonna say is do not hop around from person to person, strategy to strategy, because you're going to end up confusing yourself, trying to memorize and learn a bunch of stuff that counters one of another. But I keep it simple over here, right? There's no indicators, no trend lines, none of that extra stuff. All you got to do is learn how to read the charts, right? Once you understand how to read the charts, you just got to follow the flow of price. It's very, very, very simple. But yeah, but don't hop around because you're just going to end up confusing yourself. Kind of strange. I wouldn't use it. It does look kind of weird. Like I said, if you're in America, I'm going to type them in the chat. I'm not affiliated with them. Give about one or two affiliate. I use this FX. Make a demo account. Okay. No live accounts. Not make a live account. Type in create a ticket demo account. So futures, trade rate. Like I said, I also trade firms. All right. And for those that are still struggling to pass profit challenges, again, if you have enough capital to trade a live account, trade a live account. But if you want to scale or get a lot of capital to start trading with a live account, profit is the way to go. I'm not really necessarily talking to you, Di, because you're brand new. But you can still learn about what they are. But like I said, the first and only thing you need to worry about is how to read the charts, because it doesn't matter what strategy you have, doesn't matter how much money you got. If you don't understand how to read the charts, you don't got a game plan, you're just going to throw that money away. You get what I'm saying? It's just the reality of trading. Right? When they say 99 or 90% of traders fail, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about people just quitting. And most people quit because, again, they try to learn quickly, or they think it's sweet and they're going to become profitable in 1 week, or they're trying to learn while putting their money on the line instead of using their demo account learning. There's a lot of things that go into it, but the main thing is just trying to rush the process, right? So I actually made a video talking about this as well. So I recommend everybody watch this video, especially if you're not profitable yet or even at the break-even stage. So let me drop this in the chat. Again, y'all, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. And then also make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way, TikTok _Playmakerway_. There we go. Just dropped new stock and crypto analysis for y'all last week as well. I got a new Bitcoin analysis dropping for y'all this week. Well, not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Y'all know the drill. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. But my previous Bitcoin analysis is still valid, especially because prices were tracing right now. But I'm gonna give you an update this week, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. Also, y'all make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free student and free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. I'm going to switch back to NAS100. Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm going to pull it up also because we went absolutely crazy last month. There was a couple trades that were smaller than others, but a win's a win, right? Not every trade is going to be a home run. So I take what the market's giving me. But it was still a great week nonetheless, because the first few trades we took at the beginning of the week were banger setups. We're about to break that down in a second. I got trade breakdowns for them dropping this week as well, so stay tuned. Like I said, I got a list of videos I got to upload and edit for y'all. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. All right, but we're about to break this down. Right, so again, hit that first in the description. You see how we did last week. Last week we went 7-0, and we're about to break it down right now. Then go to August 17th, click right here. It's going to take you to the, once my screen turns back on, there we go. All right, so let's bring it back up. So all you got to do, that first in the description, you can see we went 7-0 last week. We're about to break it down right now. So again, you go to the beginning of the week. You go to Monday's live stream. You watch Monday, August 11th live stream. You'll see us, like we was talking about before, breakdown, as well as, I think we entered this right after the live, but we broke down this setup, exact price points in Monday's live stream. We got a nice 1 to 5 RR on this setup. Right. The first move was a nice 1-1. Got whipped out of that, re-entered the New York session, and then you can see right here, it ended as a 1. All right, so this was the second position. You can see the first one, you can see the second position. You can see where price ended at. That's nice 1-2. Right? And you see this was 3 o'clock Monday. This was market close, market reopen. This was Tokyo session. And this one market reopen Tokyo session. And you can see price went from a 1-2 to a 1-2-5. After we test this level, got pushing up all night. Going into London session, which was right here. That's how we got that 1 to 5 RR setup, which you see next day, right? So that trade finished playing out, got 143 pips, nice 1 to 5 RR, and then we took a GU trade that day, okay? So you can see the signals. I can show you on the signal in a second as well. I'm just walking it down. This was the GU setup. Again, go to Tuesday's live stream. We broke down, and we could have even entered buys here. We could have put a bigger trade. But I said, we can see buys here, but I want to see price hold this level, right? And then after the news, again, we had 8:30 news. After 8:30 news, we entered 10 a.m. Again, this was 12 o'clock. This was what price did before market close, right? So you can see right here. Again, this is a 5 hour we showed on GJ. We got a GU. You can see where markets reopened. Tokyo session, consolidated, slowly pushed up. London session open candlestick. That's when price came through this level. And then if you go to Wednesday's live stream, you can see as well. We talk about US30 and also talking about these price points. Continue buying that, and you can see the stock price in the day, right? Because this was 6 a.m. This was New York Open, and then chopping consolidated the rest of the day, right? So we scroll down to the next day. That's why you see it. We had the GU setup, ended up being 1-4. And then we also took a US30 live. Again, go to August 13th live stream. And you'll see that we originally entered and broke down this US30 setup and Wednesday's live last week. Some exact price points and everything. And then that thing literally flew all London session. This was 9:30 New York Open. That thing continued to fly. This was a nice 5-hour arc. Okay. And then this was Thursday. Thursday, we took another GJ setup and we took a US30 setup. We took a US30 setup during London session. We hit TP1, barely missed TP2, and then we got wicked out. Then I didn't take this setup, but we talked about this setup. I didn't take that one. And then we took a GBPJPY during New York session. I can show you that setup right here. Not this. All right. And then Friday, we took a GU setup. We hit TP2. And then we got worked out. Right. So you can see at the beginning of the week, the first 3 days, we had big moves. And then Thursday and Friday, price traced and consolidated all week. Right. So that's the trades we took last week. And then I'm gonna show y'all the signals, even though the signals are right there. Just for the series, I'm just gonna show y'all the signals in the advanced study room as well. Again, if you guys got questions, charge drop in the chat. These are old trades, so nobody take these setups. Let me see here. Okay, E, you got to be trolling me, bro. I hope you're in this live stream. Let me know if you're in this live. All right, let me know if you're in this live. Let me know if you're in this live. E, you got to be trolling me. I just saw your message. Let me know if you're in this live, bro. Did not tell me you messaged me this and you're not in this live right now. I want to see you say I'm in here. You know who you are. You just messaged me on Telegram. You're one of the members and students. Let me know if you're in this live right now. All right. Not be asking me that question, first of all. And secondly, if you're up to ask me that question, you better be in this live right now. But let me get back to what we was doing. So we're going to bring it back to the beginning of Monday. August 11th. So y'all can see that we really do this shit over here. Okay. So August 11th, you can see again 4:39 a.m. This was right after the live window. We took this GJ setup. We go to GJ, go to the 11th. Whoops. You can see right here, this was the 430 candlestick. So again, let's just move it up. See TV's got hit, see TV3 got hit. You can see literally in the video, I showed them I re-entered the setup. Again, this was at 10:15. We go to the 10:15 candlestick. That's right here. So you can literally see in the video, breaking down GJ, showing that I re-entered the setup. And you can see the rest of the TVs getting hit later on that night. You can see I sent them a screenshot showing them what GJ was looking like. I saw the screenshot of me actually in the trade because, again, for some reason people think I call signals, but I don't take the signals I take. I don't understand how people think I've been calling signals since 2022, but I've not been taking any of my own signals. I don't get why people think that. It's a crazy world we live in. But that's besides the point. Then you can see here we went live during one of the news events last week. The news. See right here, drop the price watch list, letting them know other charts are going as projected. Then you can see August 12th, we took the GU setup. Again, you see we entered it at 10 a.m. We go to GBPUSD. You can see right here was 10 a.m. when we took the trade. Right here was 10 a.m. Into that retest. Boom. And by the way, we are looking for setups, but as you can see, price is kind of just chilling right now on these charts. We have alerts on all of our levels, so we're not missing anything. All right, we got alerts on all of our levels, so we're not missing anything. All right, like always, you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. All right, so that's that GU setup again. See the entries of the cells. See the breaking down setups we was talking about, showing other sales performance projected as well. You see August 13th again, literally at the beginning of the London session. Our first candlestick, we entered US30. Right? See the reactions, see the TPs getting hit. Again, US30, 3 a.m. candlestick. Can't make none of this stuff up. Right? This was literally in the New York Open candlestick, price fucking just flying like a madman. You see break down US30 set up in New York price watch as well as other sales. This is me showing them that literally that entire week we got the higher high on GU, got the higher high on US30, and we also got the higher high on GJ last week. Then you can see right here, the 30 setup, like I said, we hit TP1 on that. Out in the next session, you see we took a GBPJPY. You also see I'm making out a US30 setup. This one right here. You see literally that night, that same night, but not even that night, that was like 3 o'clock. Price when the move was looking for, right? So 12 hours later, price the move was looking for. All right, so we really do this stuff over here, y'all. We really do this stuff over here. So again, I just dropped the new Sunday chart analysis before we start this live. So after this live is over, make sure to join the free signal from Telegram and watch the Sunday chart analysis. If you want to have access to the signals, you know to do to the description, join the fast-paced signaling. Sale is still going on. The sale is going to be ending soon, so make sure to take advantage of that. We're about to see what this next 5 minutes looks like. Again, y'all, you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at the charts, drop in the chat. I'm going to put NAS100 back up. So like I said, I'm kind of prioritizing now. All right, yeah, I do not see your message, bro. I'm about to get on you. I'm about to get on you right now. Let me catch up to these comments. You're the first person I'm trying to learn off of. All right, that's about. Yeah, like I said, so make sure. I don't know if you got work during New York session. I'm probably gonna be going live like the usual time, which is gonna be around 12:30, 1 o'clock later on this afternoon on TikTok. So definitely make sure to follow me on TikTok with the free signal for Telegram, so you're notified when I do go live. Because I always send the links out when I go live, both on YouTube. I almost said Instagram. I would not go live on Instagram. Both on YouTube and TikTok. I always let you know when we go live on YouTube and TikTok. Wait a second. There we go. All right, you see the YouTube live, you see the TikTok live, YouTube live, TikTok live. But yeah, but you're serious learn about a trade. Like I said, definitely tune into the live. If you can't tune into the live, that's fine. Make sure to explore the playlist. Because like I always tell the members, the first thing you got to get down is understand how to read the charts. Once you understand how to read the charts, then you have to have a game plan and understand something now. You know what I'm saying? So I do got a bunch of free content all over. But if you're actually trying to learn efficiently, I'll take advantage of the sale. We have a 20% off sale right now. If you use discount code, I posted like once a week, so I don't want to be too spammy with the stuff. But first, I gotta find it. I think I posted it. Here we go. Use discount code. It's my time. 20% off everything. Right. So I don't just offer signals. I also teach at the Playmaker University, as well as I offer one-on-one sessions. With the one-on-one sessions, you do get access to the signals, as well as the Mirror student group chat, as well as you get sessions with me. Each session is an hour long. Each session is recorded sent to you the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. I literally teach from start to finish everything. I teach you how to read the charts the way I do. I teach you how to mark up my key price levels. And based on what you're trying to accomplish with trading as well as your capital, I literally come up with a trading plan for you. I teach you how to actually take trades, scale your account, grow your account, protect your capital, all that good stuff. And if you're trying to learn how to read the charts, again, I go over all that in the mentorship. I also wrote a book that you can also find when you click this link. All right, you click the link, click the second link, join the free student for Telegram. If this loads, there we go. Click the second link, join the free student for Telegram. Third link's to YouTube. Fourth link is to Playmaker University. If you just want the book to know how to read the charts, that's the seventh link right there. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that stuff, because I always tell people there's two ways to learn something, right? If I want to learn how to play the piano, and I want to become a successful, what do they call themselves, a pianist, whatever. There's two ways I want to learn how to play the piano. I'm either going to teach myself, which is learn the hard way, which is going to take a lot longer. I'm going to make a lot more mistakes. I'm literally learning from scratch. Or I find someone to teach me how to play the piano, so I learn a lot quicker, avoid a lot more mistakes, and see success a lot quicker. Right? I talked about this last week, myself included. The reason why it took me as long as it did to become profitable, and why a lot of people say it takes 2 or 3 years to become profitable, is not because trading is hard and all that stuff. Is because a lot of times people are learning on their own, or continuously making the same mistakes over and over again, or don't realize the mistakes they're making until a year or 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? But again, right now we're just patiently waiting. Like I always talk about, Mondays and Tuesdays are typically the slowest days of the week. On top of it, we don't have any news on today, so we're simply just waiting for volume to kick in and our confirmations to be met. We saw at the beginning of the live, charts rejected and retraced. Now we're going to be looking to see if we're going to be able to push back up or push back down in gold's case to hold these levels as support or resistance. So again, it's a little bit of a patience game, right? Every day is not going to be the same, right? And if y'all was looking at events with soon, it's all the same thing. It was not a day where we enter the trades the same exact time every single day, right? Every day is different. That's why when people ask me like, "Oh, what time do you usually call a trade, or how many trades you take a week, or how many pips is each trade, or what's the average stop loss?" I can't give a straight answer because it's situational, right? Every trade is different, right? Every trade I take is unique based on the market conditions and the setup I'm actually looking to go for. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. We got a new 15 that just popped up. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like the live if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,800 subscribers. We can get to that easily. GJ pushing back up. So we're going to see if we can hold this low as support. Again, we're either going to look to see if we can hold 199.70 as support, look for buys going to 220, or we're going to look to see if price can maintain or hold 199.15 as support, and then look for buys going from there. And with gold, if you can hold 33.46, we're going to be looking for sales going down to 33.34. Doing NAS100, if we can hold 23.750 support, we're going to look for buys going to 23.70. More price retraces back down to 23.90, we can look for buys going there. If it holds that support, again, we had new all-time highs get hit again. We had new higher highs get made. The majority of last week, taking a higher low. So I want to see if we can hold the support, continue to ride this wave. But again, as we see the past couple hours, price just been chilling right here. All right, gold's pushing back down. So it looks like right now we're going to be paying attention to GJ and gold. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up. So I got another TikTok account. It's a faceless account. Some of y'all have found me from that account. But I might, if y'all ain't find it already, I might drop it later on this week to try to get my followers up on that page. Because TikTok changed it. You have to have like, well, it used to be like you had like 500 to start putting links in your bio, but now I think you have to have 1,000. I could get there by the end of this month. I might try to get some of y'all to follow me on that page. Try to get those followers up. But the crazy part is, so I experimented with this account. I don't do anything but post. I don't even be on this. I schedule my post. I just post, and then I respond to comments. And that's it. So I think that might be why. But like, I'm not gonna say I go viral, but I get hella views compared to my main page with more followers on this page. And I post less, and I get hella views, hella more views, more likes. I'm like, is it? But I also post different videos than I do on my main page. So I'm trying to see. I'm just been experimenting. But I'm like, that's very interesting. But I also think it's because my algorithm is not fucked. Because I'm not gonna lie, on my main page, it kind of is a mixed algorithm because you know how TikTok is. You open up your page, it's just popping up. You click something, accidentally adds to your search, changes the algorithm. Well, my other page, my faceless TikTok, I don't do a damn thing on there but post. So like my algorithm is like strictly trading. So I think that's why as well. I'm gonna keep on experimenting with that. But when I send that link in the Telegram, like, hey, follow me so I can start going live on there. Y'all gonna know because I'm gonna see how the lives are gonna be on that page. You see, it was a little bit different, but we had a lot of people on the lives last week as well. So shout out to those that was in the TikTok lives because we had a lot of people on the live streams last week. So we got this new 15 about to pop up. We got GJ pushing back up. So we're about to see if we can hold this low as support. A lot of times, and I talk about this with the members and students as well. A lot of times, sometimes your analysis is not wrong. You're just simply not ready to do that move yet, right? Which also might wait for retest confirmations. Because we look at price right here. All right, this is why I don't like really like the breakout trade. Price hit this level, but failed to break and hold as support, rejected. And you see price here, same thing. Broke this level, failed to hold that support, rejected. But we see here, price held this level as support, made a nice move, right? So this is why I don't really like the breakout trade because a lot of times it's not even that the instead of looking for is wrong. It's just again just too big of a rush, right? It's literally crazy how you just wait extra 5 to 15 minutes, how you'll save yourself money and avoid a lot more losses. It's just craziness. Like patience literally pays. So we see NAS and gold starting to wake up a little bit. We also see GJ starting to wake up a little bit. So it's gonna be interesting what this next hour does. We got all three of these charts. GU's doing its own thing. We went for that buy. I was really looking to see that new higher high was going to be made on Friday, but again, we're stuck in this chop city. This is also the same level price hit, and then we reversed back down and made even a steeper drop to the downside. Which is like right here, we got hit with this level of traffic, failed to hold it as resistance, reversed back, which was buys last week. So now we're stuck in this level of traffic right here, which right now to negative target price see a lot clearer. I'm still in this level of traffic here. Whoops. So we need to hold this level as support. Right. So yeah, we're just gonna let GU do its thing. All right, let's see if we can hold this right here. GJ's still teasing us, and NAS decided to keep teasing us. So we're going to see if gold can hold this right here. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at your charts. Drop in the chat. Again, we're in no rush. We're up from last week. We're up for the month. We're up last month. And it's just Monday, right? There's no reason to be in a rush to jump into shit and then start the week off trying to play catch up versus or just waiting. Now that's a nasty right there. Let's see who can hold this level though. Black and gold. GJ, I would like if we can break back above here. So let's see if GJ is gonna do that for us. So yeah, I'm like GJ. I like how this is looking right here. Let's do it right there. still need to hold this low as support, bro. So we're gonna see how this 15 plays out. All right, so GJ, I'm still gonna be looking for GJ buys nonetheless, but I only really like gold right now, so we're gonna hop into this gold setup. All right, so we're gonna let gold do its thing. GJ, I do like as well, but it's still got some work to do. So I'm not going to jump to this trade until again it maintains the holes 199.70 as support. They still we can look for the same buy set that we went for on Thursday, looking for buys going to the highs of 220. Again, NAS, we're going to be looking for buys. I dropped the Sunday chart analysis, so make sure to watch that after this live's over so you can see what we're talking about US30 and the rest of the charts for the week. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Again, make sure to hit that first link in the description for student free Telegram. You ensure learning how to identify these levels with student service and mentorship programs. Take advantage of the sale. You can click those links in the description. Join Playmaker University 101 session order next play student room. But yeah, we're gonna let these charts play out. We'll be live later on today on TikTok. So make sure you're gonna look out for that. Have our notice on for TikTok as well. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. I respond to all messages. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow on the session 2 and EST. So we're just gonna let NAS do the thing, G do that thing. And we're gonna see what GJ is gonna pick up. So I'm gonna be paying attention to gold and GJ.